Hello. On Treasure Hunt today, we have Robin Strand and Ian Taylor, two work colleagues from Doncaster who'll be doing their best to try and solve our 5 cryptic clues. Now, I shall try and help them if I can. Of course, we don't know where the hunt is going to take place yet, nor do we know where Annika Rice, our Skyrunner, is, but Wincy knows, and she's going to keep the suspense going, aren't you, Wincy?
I love keeping your suspense going, Kenneth, you know that. Hello.
Hello.
Of course, you'll be working on your Ordnance Survey map, which is at present hidden. I've got my map back there, and I'll be charting your course. You've got 45 minutes and 5 clues, and with a bit of luck, £1,000 at the end of it. Lots of luck.
Thank you very much.
Well, Robin, what do you do in Doncaster?
I'm a lecturer in French and English as a second language.
In what sort of, is it a school or a...
No, it's an institute of higher education.
What about you, Ian?
Yes, we work in the same department. Some English, mostly linguistics.
Now, what exactly does linguistics mean?
The normal textbook definition is a scientific study of language.
It sounds a bit daunting. Anyway, the best of luck to you both.
Thank you very much.
All that remains now is to find out where Annika is. So, Annika, can you hear me?
Hello there, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Great, well we're just outside London this week in the Chiltern Hills. It's a lovely area of beech woods and chalk hills and lovely little villages, and in fact it's a great favourite hideaway for thousands of Londoners for the weekends. Now, we're actually in the village of Aldbury, that's just east of Tring, and it's the perfect picture postcard setting. I mean, just look at this. We've got ye olde ducks on the ye olde pond on ye olde village green, and then there's half-timbered houses. It is really the most lovely, lovely, and even ye olde stocks here. So that's where we are, in a lovely setting in the village of Albury, just east of Tring. And there's a couple of local yokels here I'd like to introduce you to. First of all, let's say a quick hello to Squire Maber there, seen for the first time without his smock. And he has got a straw. It's not sticking out of his mouth. Where have you put your straw, though? And then Sir Graham of the Big Zoom. There he is. And Lord Thompson of Chopper, well, he's lurking over there somewhere. We'll pick him up in just a moment. But meanwhile, open your map and check exactly where we are.
You said east?
Just east of Tring.
Yes, east of
by
Tring.
About
there we
a
are.
mile and a half.
Aldbury, right, okay. Just
That's where we
the
are.
helicopter up there.
That's the most difficult part of the day, Dan.
Now, perhaps you'll tell us a bit more about it, Wincy, will you? The area, I mean.
OK, you can have a rest after that, Kenneth. Right.
Well done, Kenneth.
Go on out.
Well, this week we're just northwest of London, and Annie's starting point is just on the edge of the Chiltern Hills in Hertfordshire. But as you can see from my more detailed map here, our course covers Buckinghamshire as well. Right from Aylesbury, way up there in the north, all the way down to the south and to High Wycombe. OK? Now, little clue for your treasure. It's cast in the same mould. Look at him, he's off getting the books already. Get back.
Right, don't waste a
I haven't
moment.
started the clock yet. You're obviously eager to go, so we'll start the clock.
Thank you.
Right, come along. Here's the first clue. Near the Rothschilds' taxidermal treasure house, park and search the brises and jetés for Swanilda. Oh, boy. Near the Rothschilds' taxidermal treasure house, park and search the brises and jetés for Swanilda.
Ye olde stocks have just had ye olde varnish coating put on. Right, back to the helicopter.
So,
Please, take off and hover, please, Annie.
We will.
Do
Is that Ian?
brises and jetés mean anything to you? Or?
it needs something to do with ballet.
Yes,
Yes.
it sounds like ballet.
Yes.
But
Certainly Swanilda.
Oops, a car.
Rothschild's
The old car.
taxidermal...
Let's get the first location first. Before we go to the end.
Now, how are we doing? How are we going to tell the difference between Robin and Ian?
Well, I don't know. How are you going to tell the difference?
I've no idea.
Speak to her.
Well, perhaps one of us has got a deeper voice, but I don't know which one. I'm Robin.
As opposed to Ian, who's also got a deep voice.
And this is Ian, if you can tell the difference. Rothschilds built a series of palaces.
Thank you. Lord Thompson
They
of
certainly
Chopper.
did.
Nice to see you, your lordship. Keith Thompson. Shall I have a quick...
Museum of Natural History.
Sounds useful.
No, they have a lot of properties up here, don't they?
Right,
Well, a taxidermal treasure house sounds like it
So
might
one
be
with-
something to do
shall we
with...
just take off?
Step down. Yes,
Step
please.
down.
Take off and hover, please, Annie.
Well, very crackly.
Yes, likewise.
Can't hear at all. Anyway, we've just taken off. And let's go and look at that duck pond.
Any idea where she should go?
Not as yet.
So we are just taking off from the village of Albury. There it is, with the village church. The duck pond just below that.
You can't find anything about
Tring. Yeah, I think it's in Tring.
In Tring.
We think it's Tring to the west of you.
Oh dear,
Annie.
well that's going to be a long flight. Can you cope with that? It's going to take about half a minute to get to Tring.
Yeah, you go into the Museum of Natural History,
Okay.
founded by the
Well
second
done.
Lord
Well,
Rothschild.
that museum's on the map.
Where is it on the map? Is it at the mansion? Is that what it is? Tring Park?
Pretty village of Albury there. Absolutely lovely.
Which one is it?
We'll be there very shortly. It's extraordinary the fact that we are so close to London here, and yet it is terribly rural. These lots of the villages perfectly preserved around this area, and yet you also have the motorways and main roads and railway lines very close. So it's a weird mixture of old and new.
You got
We're on
something
the way
about
to
it?
Tring,
You got something
which
about
must be over
Tring
there.
Park?
We can
Is that
see-
what you think it is, Robin? Tring Park?
I
Tell her where she's got to go.
Yes,
will
we
you?
Sorry?
think so.
Tring Station. Have you been there before, Keith?
We can
You,
see a museum
had a
to the
rendezvous at
southwest
Tring
of
before,
Tring.
no? Seem to know it. I have to say, I can't hear a thing in the studio.
They're not speaking, Annika.
Oh,
Can
right.
you hear
Come
me?
on, yes.
I
I'm just saying,
Still here.
Tring might be very close, but it's about 3 hours drive on a
What have
Friday
you got?
night.
Oh, is it? Do you live
We
there?
found a ballerina.
No,
Yes,
I know
we
it.
think we
How
found some
does everyone
ballerinas.
know so much about Tring, I ask myself.
Annika, can you hear? They found
Hello.
something about ballerinas, and that seems to be at where? Tring Park?
At Tring Park, yes.
Tring Park, so it's not the museum.
No, it's the arts educational schools in Tring Park.
A spot of ballet, are you suggesting?
Yes.
Yes,
How are
definitely.
your points? Oh,
How are yours? Have you brought your tutu with you?
have I bought my tutu? I know Frank has. He's had his tutu on for the entire series, haven't you, Frankie? Sorry.
So they're heading for Tring Park, right?
I think we better just try and land. I think this college you're talking about, is it in the centre of Tring?
So what has she got to find when she gets there?
Can you give a direction? She just wants to know where it is in relation to Tring.
I think we better just land as near to the centre as possible, Keith.
Tring Park
Tring
is
Park,
is
yes,
to the south
It's
of
slightly
Tring.
to the south. Slightly to the south.
Doesn't
Over
this
the
tell you
south
where
of
it is?
Tring, try and land. It's a school. It's an arts. It's an arts educational school.
That's
I mean,
right.
there's a big building there.
You should.
But I don't know whether that's a ballet school. Let's have a look at it. What is it? Oh,
Direct her
actually,
from that
You
map if
should be
can.
able to see it to the south of the motorway,
yes,
the
this is
A41.
exactly where we are, the south of the motorway. There is a very imposing-looking building
That's
with, looks like school children on tennis courts. Let's land and ask. That's the only school-looking building.
Doesn't,
Beautiful. This is literally south of the motorway.
is there nothing to show exactly
No,
where it is?
yes,
I mean,
here
a
we are.
picture of it or anything?
No, you want to go over the motorway, Annie?
Yeah, we have.
Yes.
And
And you can see tennis courts. You can see.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes.
That's
You've
right.
had
That's
just
where you
over
want to be.
5 minutes.
Okay.